Donald Trump was on a live stream with Adin Ross and he repeated the same lie about our brother Khabib. I already addressed this deliberate lie in one of my previous videos reacting to the Donald Trump interview during an episode of the Impulsive podcast.
So Khabib came up to me after the fight the other night, and you know, you guys would probably say he's the best ever, maybe, and you know,
Probably
certainly he probably is, and are very close, right? John Jones, a lot of people say.
I'd say 1 and 2.
And you know, and he said to me, "Oh, I hope you can get in because we have to stop the wars. We have to stop the killing. The killing." He was so smart; he understood it, and I think he's friends or was friends, but I think he is friends with Putin very much.
Yeah.
But he said we have to stop the killing, and it's true. And I think I'd have that war stopped if I was president-elect. Right after the election, if I win, I will get that war stopped. I'll get it stopped fast before I get to office. If it's not stopped before then.
Talking about Russia, Ukraine.
I'm talking about Russia, Ukraine. We'll get it stopped.
On the
so
flip
many
side,
people are being killed. Far more people are being killed. And I thought it was great when Khabib came up to me and he says, we've got to stop all of the killing in the war. He's a very smart guy, very interesting guy. We talked for a while.
And he repeated the same lie with Adin Ross, claiming that brother Khabib Nurmagomedov asked him to stop the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. This is an absolute lie, and I will prove it inshallah. So without wasting any time, let's watch the clips and come back.
I know you're a UFC fan, right?
I am.
Who are like your favorite fighters?
Well, I think Khabib, I mean, how good is Khabib? Do you know who Khabib is?
Of course I know who Khabib is.
Khabib was 29, 28 and 0, and then his father died and he stopped. But I think he never lost, I don't think he ever lost a round. Like,
Wow.
he fought many times. He never lost like a round. And I thought he was I got to meet him at a fight 2 fights ago, because I walk in with Dana. Sometimes I do this walk-in, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's where I first met you.
Yeah, that's right. Come to that.
Yeah.
If I didn't get any applause, you wouldn't want me on this show. You'd say, forget it. No, we get big applause. We walk in together.
It's crazy. You shut it down.
No, I met Khabib though, and he was very. You know, he came to me and he said, "You're the man that can stop the war," because he's talking about the war with Ukraine, Russia.
Of course.
Because he knows they're his people. I mean, on both sides, right?
This is a lie. Brother Khabib wasn't speaking about the war between Russia and Ukraine. And the whole world knows that except Donald Trump for some reason. Khabib was speaking about Palestine and Gaza. Oh believers, if an evildoer brings you any news, verify it so you do not harm people unknowingly, becoming regretful for what you have done. This is the second time to my knowledge that he repeats the same lie just to deceive the Muslims. Look, Khabib, trust me, you Muslims also should trust me and vote for me. Everything just to get the Muslim vote, even lying. Donald Trump is the one who keeps accusing everyone disagreeing with or refuting him of being fake news. Well, he is the biggest fake news ever.
You are fake news.
Let's listen to what brother Khabib said and see if he'll ever mention Russia or Ukraine.
50 times. Thank you, man. You know, I don't know. I got a little girl I love, and I gotta see. I think this could be it. Well, if it
Trump has an entire team to fact check what he says and manage his speeches and his media appearances. But nobody told him that he's wrong about Khabib. And to prove to you that brother Khabib was speaking about Palestine and not the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, let's listen to one of the closest people to Khabib, his coach Javier Mendez, and what he said about the meeting between Khabib and Donald Trump.
Habib met Donald Trump. Do you know what they spoke about? It looked like a very interesting meeting.
Yeah, I saw the Khabib meeting Donald Trump, and the only thing I go is I can go on Instagram, and actually Khabib told me that he met him, and he asked, hey, you know, is there anything you can do with the Palestine war to stop the war? War is not good for humanity, you know.
It can't get clearer than this. So we can conclude that Donald Trump is wrong and lying about brother Khabib. What I disagree completely with for asking a person like Donald Trump to help our brothers and sisters in Palestine. Why would you trust a person who made multiple policies against our brothers and sisters in Palestine and all around the world? Trump is the one who moved the US embassy in Israel to Al-Quds to recognize it as the capital of Israel.
When I came into office, I promised to look at the world's challenges with open eyes and very fresh thinking. We cannot solve our problems by making the same failed assumptions and repeating the same failed strategies of the past. Old challenges demand new approaches. My announcement today marks the beginning of a new approach to conflict between Israel and the Palestinians.
He doesn't even recognize Palestine as a country. According to him, Palestinians are just some people without a country and in a conflict with a country named Israel. This is why he says Palestinians and not Palestine.
To conflict between Israel and the Palestinians.
So how can a Muslim go to a person like this and ask him to help our brothers and sisters in Palestine? It doesn't make any sense.
Therefore, I have determined that it is time to officially recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel.
This is who we are dealing with. He is not our ally and he never was. Just imagine he wants you to believe that Khabib, who is Russian, went to an American in America that is helping the enemies of Russia to stop the war. It doesn't make any sense at all. Muslims need to remember that our allyship is with our Muslim brothers and sisters above anything else. The believing men and believing women are allies of one another. They enjoin what is right and forbid what is wrong and establish prayer and give zakat and obey Allah and His Messenger. Those Allah will have mercy upon them. Indeed, Allah is exalted in might and wise. This is exactly what always happens. They try to use us Muslims by fake smiling to our faces and using famous Muslims just to get the Muslim votes, and at the same time go after our Muslim brothers and sisters to get the right-wing votes. It's a tactic that for some reason some Muslims are still falling into because they are scared for their children to be indoctrinated by the rainbow propaganda. There is a simple solution, and whenever I say it, many people comment, but how can I make money? How can I live? It's difficult. The solution is to make hijrah. You are not forced to stay in the land of kufr. You can move and live in a Muslim country. And don't ask me how to make money, because the one who gives is not me or you. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And whoever is mindful of Allah, He will make a way out for them and provide for them from sources they could never imagine. And whoever puts their trust in Allah, then He alone is sufficient for them. Certainly Allah achieves His will. Allah has already set a destiny for everything. You should have tawakkul in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Put your trust in Allah and try your best to find a way to move to a Muslim country. And remember, if you leave something for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will replace it with something better. This is a very simple equation. And remember, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always right. Never will the Jews or Christians be pleased with you until you follow their fate. Say, Allah's guidance is the only true guidance, and if you were to follow their desires, after all the knowledge that has come to you, there would be none to protect or help you against Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling you that they will never be pleased with you. So you should accept it and be certain that they will never be pleased with you. Case closed. So no matter how much you try to integrate and assimilate to their culture, they will always look at you as a Muslim and a foreigner, even if you were a native to the land. And without even realizing it, you find yourself doing things that are against Islam slowly, until you leave Islam altogether, wal iyadu billah. So please think seriously about the possibility of moving back and living in a Muslim country, and protect not just yourself but also your family. O believers, protect yourselves and your families from a fire whose fuel is people and stones, overseen by formidable and severe angels who never disobey wherever Allah orders, always doing as commanded. I hope you benefited from this video. You can also watch this video about the latest episode of Debunked. And don't forget to subscribe to not miss any future uploads. Thank you for watching. Assalamu alaikum.